Alright, Schlockmeister fans, another movie you never heard of before. Massive Retaliation. What the hell is this? It's Bobcat Goldthwait's first movie. Let's check it out.
Hey, you guys, be cool. Sorry to bother you, Mrs. Tolliver, but Harry forgot his backpack.
All right. I suppose his head is still attached.
That's
Yes,
Jason
ma'am, but it
Gedrick.
rattles.
How are the rest of you kids?
Yeah, we're fine.
He plays Eric.
Everybody in the world left early for 4th of July weekend.
So something's going down. Call the doctor.
Dr. Briscoe.
Lee, Jackie. There's an unconfirmed report on the Reuters wire that the Russians are planning some kind of an evacuation drill.
So a bunch of families now need to pack. They think World War III might be coming.
I need to pack now. One suitcase, the very essentials.
Lee, we could pack in the morning. I thought tonight we...
It's an emergency. Every second counts.
Foreign news services have reported just moments ago that American and Soviet carrier groups in the Gulf of Oman have exchanged fire. While neither belligerent government will confirm these reports, observers on the scene have reported seeing blinding flashes of light and large mushroom clouds beginning to form.
I'm sure Eric's parked it by the bunkhouse. Let's not wake up the kids. Let's unload and set up. Harry, you get the fence signs from storage and put them on the gate. Kirk.
So they're going to this retreat, this cabin retreat they have,
Lois,
and the
you get,
kids with Jason Gedrick in the car are coming up separately.
Come on.
About 3 miles back.
Unfortunately, the water pump goes on the van that Eric is driving.
Oh, I can go on my bike and see if I can find a pump.
At 1:30,
Maybe there's an online gas station.
wait until morning.
Use this room.
One of the guys is there with a new woman,
Oh,
and everybody
that's
knew the old woman.
Lots of men sleep with their secretaries.
A little awkward.
Freeze, I've got a gun.
Yeah, right. And I've got a laser beam.
How'd it go?
I froze my butt off. There's a parts store, but it's closed.
What town?
So the adults are stocked up on the electronics, news,
What's that? What's it near?
And there's a parts store.
while Eric is still trying to find a way to get there.
Wait a minute, don't all talk at once. What here? And then that's
The store owner has the pump, but he refuses to sell because
Your card with your name on it.
You can
he
call my
has his
dad.
dad's credit card.
To know who's on the other end of the line.
So one of the ladies decided to just up and leave and try to find the kids, but what she doesn't realize is that the doctor has made a minefield all around them.
You're not
Yes,
there,
you heard that
no.
right, a minefield. She's gonna be okay, but this guy is gonna hurt his leg.
Hurry!
Huh?
Eric got arrested.
Look, I got rights now. You gotta give me a trial.
If you insist, but I thought I'd just let you go.
What?
Hell, Wilford don't want to press charges, and I ain't got time to look after you. The world's going to hell out there. You think I want to look after some kid thieving auto parts?
So the cop lets him go, but he recognizes that the police van is the same kind of van that they're driving, so he just takes their water pump. Then a couple of yokels come to the door, including Bobcat Goldthwait.
And then we fly over.
I'm the deputy.
It's your last word, Doc.
They know the doc has some gas, 1,000
A word
gallons,
from Sheriff Clausen might help.
but he's refusing to give it to them.
Ernie, for Christ's sake, will you shut your goddamn mouth?
That before or after he deputized you, Virgil?
You wanted it, you son of a bitch, you just held it!
Damn it. Boy, this... Jackie, could you bring me some light over here? I can't see a damn thing. This disc is damaged. We should have made a backup. You never think.
How many people?
I can't know that.
Let's go, Kirk.
They've got some visitors on the property.
Warning shots. We don't know who it is.
We can guess. Jackie, I want you at the front door, Lois at the back. If you don't get 3 flashes like this, shoot. And not just to warn, Lois, because it won't be us. All right? Shit. He was with me. He bought the mines. He designed the system.
That's a neighbor lady. They shot her. They didn't realize it was her.
Lee, get your bag.
I can't.
What? You can't what?
My skills for our people.
Oh.
They do end up nursing her a little bit.
I'm so sorry.
The kids eventually make it. But unfortunately for them, they ran into the yokels.
Don't be stupid, Doc! Partner's got a gun on the kids.
Eric was great, Dad. He got arrested, got a water pump, and he got past the high...
Kimberly, when I want to hear from you, I will address you. I want my son to tell me why he arrived here with these vermin in his van.
They had guns.
He didn't have any choice, Dad.
Eric. I want to hear from Eric.
Dad, I did the best I could.
The yokels order them to pack up their stuff and leave. They're taking over the
We
cabin.
women quit doing our own thinking.
Think the doc's gonna have that?
It's just 2 of them. We could rush the van.
How many kids do you want to lose, Lee?
It has got to be acceptable loss here. Suppose we lose one child.
Am I going crazy? This is insane.
All right, you little bastards. Stay here. We got you covered. If you try to get out, we're gonna shoot the gas tank.
Well, they're gonna have a standoff and a shootout.
Well, whatever that was.
This is Joe Stevenson in New York. An immediate ceasefire was declared moments ago in a joint announcement released by the White House and the Kremlin. Both nations have agreed to continue around-the-clock negotiations to further de-escalate the worldwide crisis.
So he goes out to try to tell them it's over.
It's over! What are you interrupting now? Stop! It's over! Come on, Harry!
Daddy! Harry! Oh, you shot him!
Okay, Liv.
If I can get the bullet out.
It's over. It said on the radio.
The doc doesn't believe it though. He thinks it's Russian propaganda.
It makes no sense.
Makes no sense. That's what they taught you in the Coast Guard. Coast Guard, eh? Goddamn big hero, understands war.
You're right. I understand war. And I know when they're over. This one's over. It was over for us before it began.
You goddamn traitor! There will be no cowards in my army!
And then a very strange ending as the kids hold hands and stand by the guy who got shot, Harold. Looks like he's alive. And that's pretty much how our movie ends. All right, let's talk about Massive Retaliation. Now, what the hell is this movie? Well, I remember renting this movie. I want to say it was in the spring of 1986. Rented it from a grocery store, Century Foods in Two Rivers, Wisconsin. I was with my mother, and for whatever reason, I was able to get my mother to rent 3 movies for me. The Visitor, Final Exam, both of which I've reviewed previously, and now Massive Retaliation. So I don't know exactly what drew me to this movie. I was probably sitting in the horror section, so like anything, I just grabbed it. So what we have here is like a World War III movie, although I don't know if World War actually broke out or not. We have a bunch of families, like 3 sets of adults, or maybe it was 4 sets, I'm not sure. They all go to this cabin out in the middle of nowhere. It's a place they go for like little vacation getaways type of things, but it's also like a bunker. The guy who's like in charge of the cabin there, he's a doctor. He has fortified this place with the electronic equipment, food, medical supplies, that sort of thing. He's one of these doomsday predictor types who thinks, the war is coming at some day, so we need to stock up, and that's what they do. So, as luck would have it, there are tensions between Russia and the United States in this movie, and a war does break out. And there's talks about some mushroom clouds. It wasn't like an all-out nuclear war, I guess, but the threat was definitely there, and there was fighting going on. So they go up there, and it's basically like, from this point, survival. They run into a couple of yokels, one of whom is Bobcat Goldthwait in his film debut. He did this movie, then he did Police Academy 2 and 3 were his next 2 films. He's in this movie, plays a very similar character to Zed in Police Academy. He's still got that annoying voice that he does, and they try to steal some gas. They know he has like 1,000 gallons of gas stored up there, so they try to steal some of that, but he refuses to let them in, does the doctor. And then there's also a subplot here where the kids, the children of these people, are not there yet. They were entrusted to Jason Gedrick, I think is how you pronounce it. He was in Iron Eagle, actually, around this time. He's supposed to drive up separately with all the kids in a van, but then the van breaks down. He needs a water pump. He tries to steal one from a store, isn't able to do so. He gets arrested. The cop lets him out because he thinks World War III is coming. He ends up stealing a water pump from the police's van, which had the same kind of pump. Lucky him. Gets the pump, fixes the van, and he gets to this retreat also just in time to run into the yokels once again, who kidnap them. And they say, okay, we're going to use you as bait to steal some gas and steal the compound, basically. So they go up there with the kids and say, hey, everybody, you get out. We're going to take over and take this place. And all the adults are, okay, whatever. But the doctor, who's kind of like this, crazy military type guy, says, no, we're not going to give this place up. There has to be acceptable losses. There's like 6 kids in this van, and he's willing to give up 1 or 2 to save the place. He's like, we can perhaps jump them and get into a shootout with them, whatever. But anyway, a little bit of a shootout does happen, actually. A couple people get shots, including Bobcat Goldthwait in the leg. One of the guys says, you're crazy, to the doctor, and he tries to stop everything. And then the doctor says, I will have no, pussies in my army, or whatever he says. And he shoots his own guy. But then we hear on the radio that all tensions have stopped, and the World War III is not going to happen. Russia and the United States have signed some sort of treaty or something, so it's all over with. And then one of the guys who got shot is laying in the field, and all the kids grab hands and form a circle around him, and that's how the movie ends. What the fuck? I don't know, but that's how the movie ended. There's a lot of dialogue in this movie about, not a lot, but there is some about how war is bad and it's an evil thing and it shouldn't do it. So basically like an anti-war propaganda film to some regard. So anyway, that is it. Massive Retaliation. It's not available on DVD in this country. It's only available on this PAL DVD, which I got overseas somewhere, the UK, I think. But yeah, it was released on VHS in this country, and that's it. So anyway, not a very memorable film, although Jason Gedrick is a little known. Bobcat Goldthwait is also known, and yeah, that's it. No nudity, a little bit of violence, whatever. I've seen this movie 5 or 6 times. I've probably seen it more times than any human being other than perhaps the director. Check it out. Leave some comments. I'll leave a link to the DVD if it's on Amazon, or the VHS, which probably is. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think about Massive Retaliation. Watch it. Bye.